I came
What
up
do you
with
mean
it.
to
I came
canvas?
up with an idea the other day, because going up and down the beach road, you kind of know where the cops are, and you do. I mean, they're kind of in the same place every day. But at the same time, you know that you just don't go over 42 miles an hour on the beach road. It's marked 35.
Mm.
Like, and if you got an out-of-state tag, you better go like 39. So I was thinking to myself, like, wouldn't it be easier? You know how you go by those things and they flash at you when you're going too fast?
Tells you the speed that
Yeah.
you're going.
What
right?
if it was to shoot like a little magnetic dart that hit the side of your car that had the speed you were going, and you couldn't get this bitch off unless you had to go like to a DMV, and then on it would have this little tag that would say 53 miles an hour. You had, I mean, like,
Or the amount that you owe for being
yeah,
over.
yeah.
And you go turn it in
Yeah,
at
you
the
got
dart, and you pay the $50 ticket.
You can't get it's almost like a boot. Like the thing would be on the side of your car, driving along with like 3 of those things.
God, I'd hate that.
Oh, but I'm just thinking to myself, like,
Your
like
county would make a fortune, though.
the other day they did. This is my favorite. There's a 7-Eleven, and they put the SUV where the nose of it sticks out, and it's black and white, so you know that that's there. But only the locals know it's there. So some idiot will zip by. Some guy went by me going 55 down the road. So as soon as I watch the SUV take off, I start to speed up. But this guy, I can't like get around the Winnebago in front of me, so I got to slow down. And the guy behind me passes around me and goes along. He gets about 43 miles an hour, 44 miles an hour. Right behind the SUV cop that pulled out was a motorcycle. And he got the next guy. And I was just like, oh man, like that was a little quick there. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, because I don't give a fuck how old you are. There's not a worse feeling on earth than getting blue lit. When they're behind you, and especially when they're behind you and they give you that like minute and a half where they're behind you, and then they hit then you're like, ah. But this is the other good thing about being 63 years old is at this point, the only thing is how fast was I going? Because I don't have anything illegal in my car. It's like, you know, I'm not at that stage. Somebody said, I read, they said, how the fuck did you get arrested 17 times? And I said that I said I went up to the Interpol guy, and the guy said, sure, you've never been arrested?
Oh, at the airport, right? Yeah, I remember the story.
At the border.
Yeah.
Me and Scott. And
at the border, right.
The thing is, though, is when you used to bounce at bars, especially if you like busted somebody open and the cops came, like you'd call the cops on the guy, they'd snatch your ass too. You know, so it was just like, you know, you'd both go in.
Arrests are not convictions, folks.
No, arrests are not convictions.
Oh,